Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. For those of you that do not know me, my name is KUDWA and I help people level up practically and spiritually using tools such as personal development, empowerment, self-mastery, and law of attraction on my practical channel, Self-Mastery Mentor, and tools such as tarot, law of attraction, and personal development on my spiritual channel, Lux Goddess. So in today's video, we are talking about forgiveness, the Ho'oponopono Release Ceremony, which is a famous Hawaiian release ceremony that they do. They use it with the moon. So I will be talking to you guys about that, my personal experience with that when I went to Hawaii, and how you guys can use the forgiveness with the law of attraction to actually bring in your manifestations. So stay tuned. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and jump into forgiveness. I make forgiveness a huge part of my routine, my daily routine, my weekly routine, my monthly routine, all the time. Forgiveness is literally one of the most powerful tools that you can actually use. If you get into a regular pattern of behavior with that, you can actually bring in some really cool things. You can manifest things much quicker. So forgiveness, when we choose to forgive, right, we release any resistance, any tension we have towards anyone, any situation, any kind of fight or buildup, right? We forgive it, we release it. And when we release it and we release the resistance, what happens? We make space for flow to happen and for our manifestations to come in. So if there's something you've been wanting to manifest for a long time, and it hasn't came in yet, okay, and you're wondering, okay, what's the holdup? Why hasn't this happened? Why isn't there movement with my manifestation? What is going on? There's probably something in you that's keeping it tied to some level of resistance, whether that's, you know, maybe something you did, something you said, some sort of, you know, disappointment you're still holding on to. That's getting in the way of you actually receiving that manifestation and drawing it in. So if you can kind of learn to clear your energy by releasing the resistance, releasing the blocks, releasing resentment, releasing anger, frustration, any of that negative energy, right? That will raise your vibration up and that will actually bring in your manifestations for you, right? Law of attraction is all about just raising your vibrations higher and higher from different levels, right? When you first learn about law of attraction, you're probably not in your highest state. Most oftentimes when people come across law of attraction, it comes into their life at a time when, you know, they're ready to go on that spiritual journey, because a spiritual journey, law of attraction journey is not easy. Let me tell you that. You have to learn a lot of different things you weren't aware of before. And, you know, the deeper and deeper you go with those levels of awareness, the stronger and stronger your manifestation capabilities actually become. So keep working on that. Keep working on that. Forgiveness is going to be your absolute best friend. I will tell you that. I actually did a release worksheet for you guys in my last video. That was, what was that about? My last video was about, hold on, when to stop manifesting law of detachment, and then I included a free worksheet for you for the full moon in Libra release. So if you guys want to do any releasing and cut some of those energetic cords, you could start with that. Go to the other video and you can go down below, click the link, and then get the download for free. I'm not doing a worksheet for you guys this week. I actually am hosting my first event coming up on April 30th. I am so excited. I'm looking forward to this event. It is a new moon solar eclipse event, a networking event, a party, there's a DJ, it's all white dress code. It's gonna be so much fun. I'm so excited. And it was so funny because this is something I've actually been manifesting. When I went to the Wake by Jake Woodard event in Texas earlier in January, end of January, January 21st, I think, I was sitting there in the crowd and I was like, you know what, I really want to host my own event. I really want to host, you know, my first, you know, big actual event. I wanted to do retreats at some point in the future, but this was my first one. And, you know, a few months later, here I am about to host it. So very excited for that. That is a big manifestation that I have been working on and getting excited for. So I don't have a worksheet for you guys now, but I will get you a worksheet hopefully on the next video. We will see if one comes out for April 30th. But back to the forgiveness. Okay, so you guys, what you want to do is this powerful release ceremony. It is the Ho'oponopono Release Ceremony, and this is a traditional release that's done in Hawaii. It is the 4 most powerful sayings of the universe. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. And those 4 statements put together with whoever or whatever you need to do some releasing from is very, very powerful. I usually use them in a sentence. So I would say, like, if I were to say them to myself, April, I'm sorry for being so hard on yourself all the time. Please forgive me for having high standards and expectations. Thank you for always trying to feel better and raise your vibration, even when you feel like you're not totally on all the time. And I love you for trying to be your best. I would say, you know, that's it. So it's very important for you to say it to yourself, and find something with yourself that you want to thank yourself for, you want to love yourself for, you want to forgive yourself for, and you know, you want to tell yourself you're sorry for. That is going to build your relationship with self, and the stronger that your relationship to self becomes, the stronger you become, the stronger your intellect becomes, your intuition becomes, your emotions. I mean, everything, right? Everything, as within, so without, as above, so below. So, you know, really build that connection to you. The more and more you have those one-on-one sessions with yourself, and, you know, with forgiving another person or cutting that cord, the more success that comes into you. That's really just kind of how it works. One of the things I want to have you guys do is look at all of the different relationships you have in your life. Figure out which ones you're having a little bit of resentment towards, which ones are possibly bothering you. Maybe you had a little disagreement with somebody, or, you know, you had some short words or something like that, or maybe something didn't work out, your deal didn't work out, your relationship didn't work out, whatever it is, right? Everybody's gonna have something. So whatever that is, you wanna look at it in your life, look at all the different areas, look at all the different people, and figure out where you've been having some tension, and say those 4 most powerful sayings to that person as if, you know, they were there with you. I often do this during the full moon time. I actually go to the beach. So this is part of my monthly kind of ritual. I drive to the beach and do my forgiveness, and I pick up shells for all the different people that it is I want to forgive, say I'm sorry to, thank, and, you know, tell them I love. And by doing that the next day, it's almost as if any of the baggage, any of the heaviness is gone. You know, forgiveness is not about you going to get a response from the other person. It's more so about you releasing that tension within yourself. When you're able to do that, you clear new energetic pathways for the 2 of you to connect on a different level, on a higher level. And if someone isn't willing to forgive you for whatever happened, you know, that's just them in their own place. You can't really worry about that. You have to just keep moving on. It's just keep moving on, moving on, because what anyone else chooses to hold on to has nothing to do with you. But you holding on to it is just only going to harm you. So practicing this regularly, you know, anytime. Life is just a bunch of different learning lessons. That's how it is. So you're not going to be able to make everyone happy, and people are definitely not going to always make you happy. So doing this forgiveness is going to be a powerful tool for you when it comes to your manifestations, when it comes to your vibration, and when it comes to what you are bringing in. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Oh, I didn't tell you my story. Okay, so I went to Hawaii for 2 weeks a few years ago, over New Year's. I went for the first week myself on a solo trip, and then I met my friend Blake out there, and we were there for a week. So it was very, very beautiful, right? But the first week when I was alone, it was a very different type of experience. It was more introspective. It was a lot of healing. I had just started with spirituality. I just started with law of attraction about a year or so ago. No, this is when I started the channel. When I went to Hawaii is when I shot my first video. That's when I shot my first video. Yeah, it was on New Year's Day in Hawaii. I was on the big island in Kila Kona, or however you say that. But yeah, That's where I was. It was after I did this Ho'oponopono Release Ceremony. That was actually when I decided to make this channel, and here we are 2 years later, and it's one of my 2 YouTube businesses now. And so it's just cool to see, I guess, the difference when I look back on it 2 years ago, where I was when I first started using this Ho'oponopono Release Ceremony for the first time, and now, you know, what I've been able to manifest and create since then. So, I mean, if that right there doesn't tell you guys, like, how great this is when you practice forgiveness on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, monthly basis, whatever you can do that's sustainable and becomes a new practice and a new habit. Remember, all of these things that we do, all of these things we work on, whether it's law of attraction, forgiveness, moon manifestations, workbooks, whatever, all of that is just part of our habits and our atomic habits, right? I'm sure you guys have probably read that book. If you haven't, please do. It's amazing. You know, the little things that you do every day, even if it's once a week, all you can commit to is once a week, fine, do it. The more and more that you can be repetitive about this stuff and do it and make it a ritual, you know, forgiveness, your manifestations, you know, putting yourself in a good high vibe, noticing how you're feeling throughout your week, and if something's making you feel off, being able to adjust your energy accordingly in a quick and easy way, right? I was actually not feeling good. I will tell you, for a while, I was like off my manifesting for like 3 weeks because of some crazy shit that happened. And it literally took me from such a high vibe to like here. And I was like, ew, like this shit sucks. And I was like, okay, I can't just like jump back into manifesting right away. Like, I had to start working myself up with it. I had to work on my confidence more. I had to do some like releasing exercises, forgiveness exercises, journal exercises. Like, it was tough to like get my energy back up again. But a core part of me getting my vibe back, like being me again, feeling my energy again, was by releasing these situations that I had just been going through. I mean, it was just like stupid shit, right? That nobody should even deal with. And I had to forgive this person, and then this person, and this person, and this person. And like, again, like I said in the other video, I was like dancing from these little like things being thrown. Yeah, no. Okay. No, but forgiveness was the biggest part, because once you can forgive somebody, you can bring that love back in, bring that energy back in, like release that resistance and move into a place of pure joy, bliss, and happiness that is raising your vibe up so that you can be more magnetic and attract your manifestations in for you. So also, with that being said, before we go, one last thing. With that being said, as you're doing your forgiveness, make sure you are also taking time to add gratitude to your daily routine. Gratitude is the highest vibration on the vibrational scale of consciousness. So if you want something that's going to be a quick pick-me-up and really help you with your vibration and help you feel better, feel good, feel more alive, practice gratitude every single day, every morning. Even if you have like a little buddy or like a friend who also practices law of attraction, you guys send each other voice memos in the morning. My friend Mary and I do that, and it is literally the best thing. We wake up, today I'm grateful for my home to be in. Today I'm grateful for the beautiful birds chirping outside. Today I'm grateful to be alive and be able to breathe and be healthy. You know, whatever it is that you are grateful for, do a voice memo. Like, do a voice memo to anyone, or just say it out loud, but make sure you're saying it. You're speaking the words into existence, because our spoken word is so powerful, right? That is how we create our realities. By what we say, by what we think, by what we do, all of that, okay? So make sure you're saying it. Gratitude is going to bring you up there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'm sorry there's no worksheet for you this week, but I will see you again next week. Bye.